Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Sumukascha ekadantascha kapilo gajakarnakaha. Lambodharascha vikato vignarajo vinayakaha. Dhumaketur ganadhyakshaha phalachandro gajananaha. Vakratundaha surpakarno herambaha skandapurvajaha. Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasya Dvarada Vaktradhya Parishadhya Parasatam Vignam Nignanti Satatam Vishvaksenam Tamastraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yatkripatamaham vande paramanandamadhavam yam brahma varunendra rudra marutaha tunvanti divyaistavaihi vedaihi sankapadakramopanishadaihi gayanti yam samagaha dhyanavastita tadgatena manasa pashyanti yam yoginaha यस्यांतं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयात् इतरतश्च अर्थेषु अभिघ्नः स्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायः आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरयः तेजोवारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र सर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोचितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सताम् वेद्यं वास्तवम् अत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद् भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृदि अवरुध्यतेः अत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिः तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखात् अमृतद्रवसंयुतम् पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिकाः भुवि भावुकाः वासुदेव परा वेदा वासुदेव परा मखाः वासुदेव परा योगा वासुदेव परा क्रियाः वासुदेव परं ज्ञानं वासुदेव परं तपः वासुदेव परो धर्मो वासुदेव परा गतिः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्. Now with Bhagavan's grace, we will continue from Slokam number 4, Adhyayam 18, Skandam number 4. The class before the last one, we came up to Slokam number 3. Now, basically, what Bhudevi is saying is that she is not denying that she made an error. She is not denying that she disregarded the command, the charter given to her, and she worships Bhagavan because Bhagavan is the only worshipable entity there is. She worships him, and then managing to gather herself up when Bhagavan is looking at you with such anger. Remember, Bhagavan feigns anger. He is never angry. Love can never be angry. Okay. But she gathers herself and then she says, Swami, please control your anger in my matter. Because you see, Buddhisali actually takes only the saram, only the essence, only the rasam in everything. Okay, it's not a good or bad, but what is the essence of what is there? That is what he will always take. And also, Swami, our elders, rishis and all that have given us a pathway, have given us certain codes of discipline, codes of conduct, some rules to follow, and things to do and things to avoid, etc., etc. Okay, and why did they do that? for the benefit, for the shreyas of people in this world as well as in the other world. When we leave this body and go, we have to go to the other world, right? So for benefit in both places, they've given us. Up to that point she comes. Now, in Slokam 4, she says, but you see, later on, after these elders and the Rishigal, okay, and the Munibihi, she says, okay, Tattvadarsibihi Munibihi, people who know the truth, who are experienced, who are one with Bhagavan, like if Ramana Maharshi tells you something, right? That is the truth. Tattvadarsibihi, like Paramacharya tells you something, so we can relate to it. Or Mirabai, any people, or Kabir, it doesn't matter, people who are living among ourselves. There are lots of people who are experiencing Bhagavan, right? They're so full of love, and they tell you, you know what, don't do this, and do this way. Like very beautifully, just quick anecdote that comes to my mind, bear with me, so that we understand it is not something that the rules are made and the codes of conduct were made thousands of years ago, and then, no, no, no. It is even being made even today, being refreshed in our mind. But today's Jnanigal also, there are lots of them. One of them actually told me when he was the general manager in Sri Lankan Railways, a ardent devotee of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. And one day in his office in Colombo, Bhagavan appears there to him and he says, come to Tiruvannamalai. Immediately he takes leave from his boss and goes to Tiruvannamalai. And there he stays with Bhagavan for 10 days. On the 10th day, he was one of those few blessed ones. When Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi leaves the body and the Deepam, that as described in our Vedangal, what happens, how the Kabbalam, the Kabbalam, it breaks it open and the Jyoti goes. And people all saw this wonderful Jyoti rising up in the sky. He was there in Bhagavan's room because he was called. I said, sir, what is it that you learned from Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi? Tell me. He said a beautiful thing. See, these are all codes of conduct. I just give you an example. He says, don't desire thing that belongs to others. Simple. Don't desire thing that belongs to others. First part, of course, he told me a couple of things, but just the example I'm giving you. Like that, there are codes of conduct given to us so that we can live well in this world, be a peaceful, happy life. Then Bhuma Devi says, Swami, yeah, that's what they did. All these Munigal did that. But some people who took birth later on, and those people who all came after this, like we are all after because of Vyasa Bhagavan, we are all able to see what is given in Vedas, teachers, etc. Just imagine if you don't have that knowledge, if you don't have this, nobody is telling us. Suppose, imagine you have not read Ramayanam, you have not read Mahabharatam, you don't even know what Bhagavatam is. How will you be? Think for a second, right? So they've given us a pathway and a guidepost and all that. And so people who are born after this, like you and me, enthusiastically, if we put into practice and anushtikar, to follow and practice what our elders have given, then we reap the benefits from it. That's a slokam number 4. Okay. Tan atishtati yaha samyak upayan purva darshitan avaraha Shraddhaya upetaha upeyan vindate anjasa tan atisthati yaha samyak upayan purva darshitan avaraha Shraddhaya upetaha upeyan vindate anjasa. Anjasa is a word you have heard before. Many times you've heard that word. Anjasa means immediately, certainly. Okay, that's what it means. Tanatishthati yas samyak upayan purvadarshitan avaras shraddhayo pretaha upayan vindate jasa. So, saha upayan vindate. Avan நன்மைகளை அடைகிறான். He attains all benefits. That's a sentence. Who attains all the benefits? Yaha. Who? Who's this? Avaraha yaga. Yaha. Avaraha means later on, people who came after these Rishigal. Okay, Avaraha. Afterwards. Munigal gave this, but people who came after this, Avaraha, people who were born after that, among those, Yaha, who? Shraddhaya upetaha. Shraddhaya with Shraddhai. Upetaha, combined with Shraddha. Shraddhayudan. Okay, inseparably from Shraddhai. Shraddhai, perseverance, enthusiasm, determination, dedication, devotion. All these English words are included in that word Shraddha. Impossible to translate that into English. But we know Shraddha, what does it mean? Okay, I don't have to tell you in English. Okay, we all know, that's our culture. Okay, Shraddhaya upetaha, along with Shraddha, yaha, whom, purvadarsitan, things, the pathway that was shown by these Munigal earlier, tan upayan, those pathways, those tools, okay, and the upayangalai, samyak atishtati, yaha samyak atishtati, who follows that, practices that in full measure, not half-heartedly, with Shraddha in full measure. Saha upayan vindate, he attains the benefits, the beneficial results from it. Two words, upayan, upayan. Okay, okay. The Sanskrit grammar, okay, upayan means upayangalai, those pathways, the various roads to travel, the things to practice. Upayan, the result of those practice is upayan. Okay, so vindate, he attains. Now, what happens if you don't follow all those advices given by Rishigal? He comes to that next 5. And she says, but this fool who does not follow those guidelines and commands and given to us so clearly with so much clarity, he doesn't bother about it. He disregards that. He does things by himself, whatever data he wants. For him, whatever action that he begins, they are wasted. They don't yield any results. Not again and again. If you just do things the way that you want, the way your mind dictates you, okay, results are not good. Okay, that's what she says. Tan anadritya yaha avidvan arthan arabhate swayam tasya vibhicharanti artaha arabdaha cha punah punah. Tan anadritya yaha avidvan arthan arabhate swayam tasya vibhicharanti artaha arabdaha cha punah punah. Vibhicharanti, veenagindrana, they are wasted. Okay, they don't yield any results. Vibhicharanti. Okay, so avidvan, fools, people who don't use their buddhi, mudhamate, as Bhagavan, Shankara Bhagavat Pada calls me, I don't use my buddhi, so I'm avidvan. Okay, arivinana here, arivinan, mudan. Yaha, who, tan, those advice, commands, those guidelines, those pathways given to us by those Rishigals for my benefit, tan, all those, yaha, Anadritya. Anadritya means not caring for them, disregarding them, dismissing them, dismissing all these pathways given by, advice given by, okay. What does he do? Swayam arthan arabate. Swayam by himself. Whatever he wants, I will do it my way. Who are you to tell me? Okay, so Swayam arthan, in this case, arthan means actions. Okay, not wealth, but means actions. Okay. Arthan arabate, you know what in Tamil we say arambikkaradu, begins. One who begins all his actions the way that he wants, completely disregarding, dismissing the prescribed pathways and disciplines and niyamam and all that. Tasya, for him, arabdaha artaha cha, all the actions that have been begun, punah punaha, again and again, vyabhicharanti, or wasted, do not veenagirathu. Veen means useless. They don't yield any results. Again and again, completely wasted. So the actions keep coming back. He doesn't do it right, but the actions keep on coming back. Nothing is achieved. Nothing beneficial is achieved. Okay. Now, number 6. Now, in 6, he says, Bhuma Devi says, oh, Maharaja, she's addressing to us, Maharaja, oh, Visa Ambate. Okay. See, earlier on, once upon a time, Brahmadeva gave all these seeds for the various plants and all that. Okay. So all those he created. But all those grains and other riches that the earth gives, as created by Brahmadeva for the sustenance, these dushtargal, the cruel people, without any discipline, okay, without any proper conduct, all these dushtargal, they were enjoying all these grains. This is what I was observing, she says. Okay, I saw all these plants that are growing up, all being consumed by people who do only cruel things, barbaric things. I saw that. That's the slokam number 6. Pura srishta hi oshadayah brahmana ya visampate bhujyamanaha maya drishtaha asadbihi adhrita vrataihi. Pura srishta hi oshadayah brahmana ya visampate bhujyamanaha maya drishtaha asadbihi adhrita vrataihi. Pura srishta hyoshadayo brahmanaya visampate bhujyamana maya drishta asadbir adhrita vrataihi. Dhrita vratam. Dhrita vratam means determination. Unshakable determination. Okay, dhrita. Vratam is discipline, conduct. Adhrita vrataihi, indisciplined, loose conduct, no discipline at all. Okay. Asadbihi, sadbihi, asadbihi. Okay. Sat, now a good man. Asadbihi, dushtargal. Okay. Now let us move to the meaning. Visham pate. Visham pate. Pate, ruler. Visham, for the bhumi, for the world. Oh, king, basically it means Visham pate, oh ruler, oh Maharaja. Pura, once upon a time, earlier on, okay, those right in the beginning, it doesn't say right in the beginning, Munbu, earlier on, Brahmana by Brahmadevaral, Yaha Oshadayaha, which plants, see, Aushadam means medicine, okay, and the name for, one of the names for plants, agriculture, those plants that we see, was also called Oshadayaha, plants, because lots of medicines are obtained from plants also. Tavarangal, we say in Tamil. Okay. Yaha Oshadayaha, which plants, which grains, right? Srishtaha, whichever were created by Brahmana, by Brahmadeva. Yaha Oshadayaha Srishtaha Brahmana, by Brahma, whatever plants and grains and all that were created, Taha, all those Adhrita Vrataihi, with Adhrita Vrataihi Asadbihi, by Dushtargal, by barbaric people, by cruel people who are harming everybody, by those people, their loose conduct, Adhrita Vrataihi, no discipline, okay, and no determination to say, yes, I'll practice good. They just do whatever they want. That kind of a Dushtargal, all those grains, by the Asadbihi, by these Dushtargal, Bhujyamanaha, Bhujyamanaha, Bhujya, Bhuj. Bhujya means to enjoy. Bhujyamanaha, all these were being enjoyed by them. Maya Drishtaha, this was seen by me. Maya, by me, Drishtaha, was seen that all these cruel, bad people were enjoying all the grains and the food and everything that was created by Brahma. I saw that, she says. So she makes a decision. Okay. So this is what Bhagavan objects to, but we'll come to that in a minute. Okay. Number 7. So then she continues. She says, later on, once I saw that, the whole world is full of thieves, people who deceive, deception and thievery and robbery. I saw that. And also the kings, the people who are ruling the world also, they were not caring for it. They were disregarding all this. They were nonchalant about this. So the world was not being protected, was not being cared for. So at that time, in order for what I wanted to do, all these grains, what we call as seeds, when the grains come, the plants come, all those are used for what? For performing yagam, for performing sacrifice. Food itself, eating food itself is a sacrifice. Interestingly, the word annam, we say for food. Next time you sit at the dining table and eat the food, for a second think, am I eating the food or is the food eating me? Very serious question, okay? Not a joke. Okay? Am I eating the food or is the food eating me? That is why it's called annam. What we do, we think it gives me energy, yes, but in the other process, it is also eating me slowly and steadily. Remember that. Okay, that is why it's called annam. Okay, so what she says is that the kings would not bother, cruel people, barbaric people, Dushtargal, they were all abound. They were all enjoying all the plentiful the food and all the other grains that are available. So what I decided, for these seeds, because the seeds have to grow, then only the plants will come. These Dushtargal are enjoying the plants, but then what I did, I took the seeds and kept them within me, so that later on, the seeds can be used to grow plants for the performing for yaga. Because all these Dushtargal is only temporary, I thought, okay, we'll protect all the source of all the grains and all that. That's the decision I made, she says. So I kept them, which means what? Plants were not growing. Basically drought. That's what it was. Okay. Now, it's a beautiful connection. In an environmental cycle, we talk about the plants have to grow. And I have to perform yagam and yajnam by my actions as well as the homam and all that. This rises up into the sky as water, and that water comes back as rain. Then the plants grow further, and then I get my food. So I can live. This is a cycle. Okay? You can very beautifully described in Adhyayam 3, Karma Yoga Bhagavad Gita. Very easy to understand that. So she says, I kept all the seeds within me. Apalita, apalita, palita, be protected. Apalita, not protected. Remember, apalita. Anadruta, anadruta means dismissed, disregarded. Apalita, anadrutaha, apalita, anadruta cha, bhavadbihi, lokapalakaihi, lokapalakaihi, choribhute, atha, loke, aham, yajnarte, agrasam, oshadhihi, apalita, anadruta cha, bhavadbihi, lokapalakaihi, chori bhute atha loke aham yajnarte agrasam poshadihi apalitana druta cha bhavadbir lokapalakaihi chori bhute taloke ham yajnarte grasam poshadihi atha afterwards I did this. I withheld the seeds from within me. After that, loke in the world, ulagatil, ulagam mulvadam. Here it means in the all over the world. Okay, loke chori bhute. Those of you know Hindi know chor. Chor means thief. Comes from the Sanskrit word. Chori bhute. That's plural. Lots of thieves and robbers. They're full of the whole world has become full of that. I saw that. That Bhavat Bihi, all these people were all deceiving others and taking things that belong to others. I saw that's why a thief is. So I saw that. And then Lokapalakaihi, Arasargalal by the kings, Apalita Anadrutacha, by the king has to protect. But while the society is full of thieves and robbers and cruel people, the king has to protect. But by the king also, the by the arasargalal, okay, it's a grammar. Lokapalakaihi, by the kings, apalita, not protected. And also anadritacha, the kings also didn't seem to care for it. So I saw all this. Therefore, aham, I, yajnarte, yajna arte, for the purpose of performing yajna, for which you need grains, for which you need food and all that. Yajnarte, for the purpose of doing yagangal and all that. Again, Oshadihi, all these grains and food grains and all that. Agrasam, I swallowed it, basically, to mean swallow, basically. I kept all the seeds within me, so no plants came up. Hopefully, later on, these seeds can be used to grow plants that can be used for yagangal later. That's what I did. So there's a drought all over. Net result is all the people are suffering, no food. They all come to Prithu and complain. We saw that, right? Let us see if we can take one more slokam, number 8. So what happened? She continues. But as time passed by, all these grains and the seeds and all that, they all got spoiled. How long will they stay fresh? After a while, they lose their vitality. So they basically got spoiled. Okay. So therefore, now she says, therefore, it's been such a long time that all these seeds have now been spoiled. They're of useless, no use. Therefore, Swami, you think of and employ a proper methodology to retrieve all the resources, the food and everything from within me, all the food grains, the seeds are gone. Now you think of a good upayam, good pathway, good strategy, good approach to retrieve the food from within me. She throws the ball back to Bhagavan, which is the right thing to do, actually, okay? Which we all tend to do our things ourselves. But the best thing is to push the ball back to him and just do what he wants you to do. That is the practice we have to do. Okay, so I may be able to finish this. I have 6 minutes left. Nunam ta virudaha kshinaha mayi kalena bhujasa. Kalena by time, in time, with time. Tatra yogena drishtena bhavan adatum arhati. Now this one may require some explanation. Yogena drishtena is a very beautiful, phenomenal phrase there. Lots of teachings are there imbibed in those two padangal. But so we may have to continue this for tomorrow. But let's take this slokam up. Nunam ta virudaha kshinaha mayi kalena bhujasa tatra yogena drishtena bhavan adatum arhati. Nunam ta virudaha kshinaha mayi kalena bhujasa tatra yogena drishtena bhavan adatum arhati. Nunam ta virudah kshinaha mayi kalena bhuyasa tatra yogena drishtena bhavan adatum arhati. Ta virudah, ta those virudah, grains, food grains. Ta virudah, those food grains that I have been now, which I swallowed, and they're all, now she continues. Yes, I withheld all those seeds, the grains from within me, now continues now. Ta virudah, those grains, bhuyasa kalena, as time passed by, not kal challa challa, as time passed by, mayi kshinaha, mayi in me itself, within me itself, kshinaha, they got spoiled, they all died. Basically, no life, no vitality in them. Nunam, this is for sure, because it's been quite a while. They're not going to grow. Therefore, tatra, in this matter, anda vishayatil, which is the seeds are of no good, after vitality, nothing is going to grow. So in that matter, drishtena yogena, employing the appropriate method, adhatum arhati, you please retrieve, bring them out, is what she says. What is the appropriate method? She doesn't do this. She doesn't bring a tractor and then till the field. None of those things. She says, very important, drishtena yogena. Yoga means pathway, method. Okay, in this case, it makes method, pathway. Drishtena, what is the drishtena? We will continue that next class, because it is extremely important to any action in a drishtena yogena way, in the way it is prescribed, most appropriate for it. What on earth is it? Okay, that we will take it up next class with Bhagavan's grace. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, quick question. If you see an area that is full of drought, no field completely drought, nothing is growing there, how will you solve that problem? Okay, this is what it is. The whole world is like this. Okay, think for a second, okay, with all our education. Then I suggest please go to Adhyayam 3 in Bhagavad Gita. That Swami says how you should solve that. How to grow food. Okay, what should you do for the food to grow so that you can live? It will give you nutrition and sustenance. So suggest you go look at that. And in the meantime, we'll continue tomorrow with Bhagavan's grace. Okay? Namaskaram.